Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could hit the like button or subscribe. Let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for telling my dad he chose between me and his fiancée when he prioritized her surgery over mine? I, 17 female, have had a rocky relationship with my dad. My parents married after I was born, hoping to provide a stable family for me. But they divorced when I was 11 after my dad went to rehab, and things only worsened from there. During rehab, he met his current fiancée and they later had a kid, 6 female. Since then, my dad has been mostly absent from my life. Whenever I have important events, he either has an excuse or doesn't show. I'd estimate he's been present for less than half of my events since their divorce. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, and initially, surgery wasn't needed. However, my condition got worse, and I was finally scheduled for surgery on 11/20th of this year. I told my dad about it months ago, expressing how much I needed his support this time, and he promised he'd be there. But later, he texted to say he'd planned a vacation that would keep him away until mid-December, just as my recovery period would be ending. It broke my heart, but I accepted it. Then, 2 hurricanes hit his vacation spot, and he told me he'd make my surgery. I felt a glimmer of hope. But then, just a week before my surgery, he texted again, saying his fiancée's lung cancer surgery had been scheduled for the same day, a few hours before mine, at a hospital 30 minutes away. He said he might not make it to my surgery, but with him, might not usually means won't. He added that this wasn't about who he loved more. That message shattered me. I realized that no matter how much I hoped, he might never give me the attention and support I needed. I broke down on my kitchen floor that day. After sitting with my feelings, I texted him to tell him how deeply his actions hurt me. I said it wasn't only about love, but about showing care, and that had given me hope only to let me down again. I questioned if his fiancée's surgery had really been scheduled last minute, or if he had known earlier but hadn't told me. I asked him to show he was my dad through his actions, not just his words. He responded, insisting the surgery was only scheduled the day had told me. But because he's lied in the past to save face, I reached out to someone who might know the truth. I then sent a follow-up message, clarifying that my frustration wasn't with his fiancée. It was with his ongoing absence and lack of support. I said that even if his reasons were genuine, he could have at least shown some empathy. I told him I hoped he'd be a better father for my half-sister than he has been for me. In a final message, I made it clear that I was done putting in all the effort to maintain our relationship on my own. I told him that if he wanted to be my dad, I would gladly be his daughter. But if he chose not to, I would be fine with that too. He hasn't responded, and honestly, I'd prefer he sit with what I've said. For once, I hope he really thinks about his actions and the impact they've had on me. So am I the asshole? Girl, your father hasn't shown up for you your entire life. What makes you think he's going to do it now? And furthermore, why do you allow him to have that power over you? He is not your father. He is the male who impregnated your mother. Stop elevating him to father status. This man is going to support the person who he is making his life with, not the child he walked away from years ago. He doesn't prioritize you, and he never will, no matter what words he uses or promises he makes. Good luck with your surgery, and focus on your recovery. Thank you, I will. Lung cancer surgery for fiancé trumps daughter who still has mom's scoliosis surgery, but otherwise, from what you've said about his reliability, not the asshole. Maybe send fiancé a note wishing her luck, and if it was a lie, shirt will hit the fan. And best wishes to you for a speedy recovery. No way. If I had to choose between my daughter and husband, I would 100% choose my daughter. Why? 1. My husband is an adult too. Me being at the hospital while he had surgery would not change the outcome of the surgery, so the severity does not matter. 3. Both surgeries could go wrong. If I had to choose whose smile I would see for the last time, it's my daughter's. 4. I love my husband very much. He is the love of my life, but it cannot be compared to how I feel about my daughter. Would I sacrifice my own life to save my husband? I don't know. Would I sacrifice my own life to save my daughter's life? Yes, without any doubt. Just let me know where to sign, and it's done. A wise friend of mine once said, "How many times are you going to keep returning to the empty well for water?" I think you have already had your answer, and I'm so sorry it isn't what anyone would prefer. Maybe stick with the people who do show up for you. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.